attack men when they're happy.
Women attack men when men are happy?
Mm-hmm.
So wait, why do women do that?
Because happiness and power comes together in a man's body, and the power is scary, terrifies us.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at how shaming men never actually works for women. Don't forget to drop a comment, subscribe if you're new here, and let's jump into it.
So this is crazy. Mr. Joey Swole, dude, I don't even follow you. Just from your comment and multiple comments, so real original, because at least 4 fucking men said the same thing before you said it at the end of your video. It's a shame the bear can't spot you. Dude, I think you're just not emotionally intelligent enough to understand, and that's okay. I'll break it down for you. Maybe you and all of your single-cell-brained followers can understand it better.
If a bare comment is enough to trigger her, then she has already lost the argument, I would say.
Women feel so unsafe around men, majority of the time a straight white man, like yourself, because of how many of them abuse them, manipulate them, gaslight them. With a bear or an animal, all you have to do is get away from it.
It's extremely unlikely that anyone can outrun a provoked bear. I mean, I would think this is common knowledge.
Men will manipulate women into sleeping with them. Men will manipulate the people around them to make women feel crazy. Okay, so that's where that analogy comes from. So, I know you think it was a gotcha moment. It wasn't even close, dude. You look like an asshole. Secondly, I admitted in a video today, since you're too lazy to do your own research, acknowledging that I probably could have used a spotter, but I hit 190 pounds for 3 with no fucking issue without one.
Just because you didn't get hurt doesn't change a thing. You should be using a spotter, I would suggest.
My background is a little different. I was a weightlifter for Team USA for 8 years. I finished 2nd in the world, 1st in the Pan American region when I was 20. I know what I'm doing. I made a mistake. The point being that multiple men in that gym didn't even bat an eye. And the guy that walked by, for him to walk by at that point means he was close enough to see what the fuck was going on before he walked by the camera. And he still chose just to walk by.
Men didn't blink an eye because if they did, they would be shamed for being a gym creeper. This is why men don't approach these women, this is why men don't talk to them, and so on.
I know you think you're big and bad because of your social media, dude, but social media is not everything. There's so much more to a human being than their social media. I'm the type of person, if somebody's benching, think they have a weight, and didn't feel like they could ask for a spot, if they're struggling and I see them and they need help, you bet your ass I'm gonna be over there as fast as I can. Because I care about my gym community instead of punishing them for making a simple mistake.
The spotter wasn't the issue. It was the whole thing about insulting men that is the issue here.
And you told me everything I need to know about you by that bear comment. So I hope you feel big and bad sending all of your followers to continue the most misogynistic pattern in all straight men in the gym. I'm not afraid of you or your followers, so I'm not going to sit here and be quiet about it. But good job. Do you want a cookie?
She's clearly intimidated, guys, because if she wasn't, she wouldn't have gone on with that rant.
What happened if all men suddenly disappeared? A super rich woman tried to make this happen, but it went terribly wrong. Millionaire Christina Roth bought a private island and named it Super She Island, where she had only one rule. All men were completely banned. No boyfriends, no husbands, not even male workers were allowed on this island. Women actually paid over $4,000 a week to stay on this island trying to escape from the world of dudes. At first, life was going great for these ladies too. They were doing a bunch of yoga meditation, getting their nails did, eating healthy food, and all that fancy crap women do. But then after a few weeks, some problems started to show up.
The irony is that she used men to build the resort, then immediately took credit for their work, so how hilarious is that?
The air conditioning stopped working, making it very uncomfortable for the women to sleep. A lot of the island's boats stopped working because none of the rich women knew how to check engines. But the issue that changed everything was when the internet was cut completely off. The owner tried to find a technician, but the only ones available were men. So Christina had no choice but to rely on the men to repair all the issues, then ban them again so they could continue to enjoy life without men once again. Oh yeah, they also did hire a ton of construction workers to help build the island, who were all men. But the island was actually later eventually sold for a super cheap price and bought by a man.
She honestly thought there was just this army of female technicians who would swoop in to save her at a moment's notice.
Any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his accounts or has separate accounts, that's a red flag. His money is our money, and my money is my money.
If a woman is trying to lay claim to any of your money, I don't care how big or small it is, then that is an even bigger red flag in my opinion.
Here's another example of why women are the problem sometimes. So women are like, when we go to the gym, the men stare at us. The men stare at us. We don't want you to stare at us. I just watched a video of a woman doing calisthenics and nothing but a crop top and skin tight booty shorts. And there was 3 men around her, and the entire minute video, none of them looked at her. They didn't give a single what she was doing, okay?
Men stopped looking because it's an obvious trap to try and shame them for existing.
And so I noticed it naturally, right? And so I went to the comments, and every female in that comment section is like, but no one looked? Oh, so now you want them in to stare at you at the gym? That's a little hypocritical. It doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? No, it doesn't. How about you just go to the gym and everyone there is minding their own business? Like, if people stare, people stare. If they don't, like, whatever, big whoop.
It's only a problem when the men they find highly attractive aren't gawking at her, because obviously everyone else is a creep. We know how this goes.
Do not fall to this level of witchcraft. It's so crazy because anytime a woman gets caught cheating or gets caught doing some foul, she immediately turns on the waterworks. No bull. And you have to understand and be able to discern why they do that. They do that to manipulate your emotions, to make you feel bad, and to take away from the fact that they were just getting their punched in deep, just getting plowed. No bull. But they use the tears in order to distract you, in order for you to feel like, oh, she's in distress, I need to comfort her. That you need to leave her.
The women who cry after getting caught cheating deserve zero sympathy for what they did.
Oh, you're back early.
Yeah,
what happened? You get stood up?
Cheyenne called and said that the boys were just having a really hard time, and so she was going to go meet up today that we'd have to catch up later, so.
Oh, you're meeting up with Cheyenne?
Yeah.
I thought you were meeting up with Colton.
Colton?
Yeah.
What do you mean Colton?
The guy that you matched with on Tinder. I thought you were meeting up with him today.
Why are you talking about Tinder?
What do you mean? That's the guy that you matched with, that you said that you were going to leave your husband for, that you wanted to meet up with today.
Are you pranking me?
A husband shouldn't have to experience that level of betrayal from his own wife.
No, are you just dumb? Or what?
Okay, so you have a Tinder.
Yes,
So how do you know about Colton?
Because that was me.
So what, you're catfishing me like a psycho?
Exactly. I'm the psycho because I found your Tinder and decided to catfish
who
you.
catfishes their wife?
Me, I guess.
Why?
I thought it would be
kind
kind of funny.
Why wouldn't you just come have a conversation with me like a grown man?
He's not the villain in this story, and there is no way that she can put this on him, but of course these women will always seem to try doing that.
Oh, why couldn't you have a conversation with me about how much you hate me and can't stand me and how much you want to leave me?
Because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do yet. Who's to say I didn't go out and meet a few people and then be like, ugh, everybody out here is absolute. Let me just stay where I am, even though I'm absolutely miserable.
Are you insane? That
Am
sounds
I
like...
insane? No. I didn't want to get rid of
You
the
just
whole
want to
life
go...
that I built for the last however many years.
You're just going out there and testing all the waters and then you just weren't going to say anything and then come back?
If she was truly that miserable, she should have said something, not just go behind the guy's back. But this is typically what they do. They go behind the guy's back anyway, and then try and use some excuse after the fact to justify their behavior.
I just wanted to see. And now I don't know if there's something better because I had a genuine connection or what I thought was a genuine connection with someone.
It's funny.
It turns out just to be you.
It's funny, yeah. You had a genuine connection with the guy who turns out to actually be your husband on Tinder. Isn't that hilarious?
Isn't it fucking hilarious that the catfish version of you is so much kinder than the actual version?
That was literally just me.
A little bit more like Colton. Maybe I wouldn't have to go stepping out.
Colton is me. That's literally
Colton is
me.
you putting on a show. out to easily make me fall in love with you or want to go on a date with you. That's you putting on an act. That's not who you really are.
You must be pretty shallow to fall in love with somebody over Tinder.
Pretty shallow.
She can't put this back on him. She fell in love with a dude she was merely texting with. I mean, come on now.
Oh, good, you're up. So I was thinking maybe we could go to breakfast this morning, and then after that we can just swing by, grab dog food, and then we can take Lulu with us, and we can go on that trail over there, and then after that we can stop by Target because it's right there. I need to get a gift for the kid's birthday party on Saturday, because all
a man's peace is all he has, so naturally a modern woman wants to claim it all for herself, and of course men aren't interested in taking these women seriously.
Men, when they're happy.
Women attack men when men are happy?
Mm-hmm.
So wait, why do women do that?
Because happiness and power comes together in a man's body, and the power is scary, terrifies us. Especially if we don't feel connected to you, because we're afraid to use it against us. If we feel connected to you, then we're happy you're happy. If we don't, it's scary. And so we have to diminish the power.
And the way modern women do that is through nagging, gaslighting, chaos, the list goes on. It's completely messed up.
So we will attack them when they're happy. They come home, they caught a big fish, or whatever it was they did. If it wasn't something that I did that gave you that feeling, then that's a problem.
You're more excited to go out with your friends.
That's supposed to make you happy.
It is disturbing how they are laughing about this. Too many women find direct joy in just hurting men for no reason.
For those that need to hear it, if he wanted to, he would. Right now I'm working my second shift. I just finished my full-time job, just doing DoorDash to be able to pay for date night this weekend. I pay all the bills. I do most of the
Oh yes, the Power Rangers Panda Force strikes again.
Panda Force, assemble.
This the premium panda bear. What next? You wanna die for your girl too? So these Panda and Power Rangers need to be stopped. Is this a new meta for gang babes in 2026?
He's working 2 jobs and door dashing to pay for a date. What exactly is his girl doing here? I don't know.
She made an app where men will have to pay women a deposit to take them on a date. And she says the deposit is for date preparation cost. Now I could sit here and talk about what that sounds like to me, but I'm just gonna skip over that part. What I want to talk about is the reason I believe that app will not be successful for men is because the only type of men that would pay a deposit to take a woman on a date are the type of men that already struggle trying to get a date to begin with.
He should just call those men what they are, and they are called simps, unfortunately.
So more than likely, the men that are going to be on that app are going to be the men that they don't want in the first place. So now, instead of these men getting rejected for free, they're going to pay in order to get rejected. Now, that would be the case if I really believe something like what she's creating is a dating app. But again, it does not sound like it. It sounds more like a pay-to-play app. That's what it sounds like.
Honestly, that app sounds more like OF, only somehow even more degrading. I don't really know how that's possible, but here we are.
So we have a thing on our court order that we are not supposed to talk about each other on social media. However, I have already interviewed with the podcast company that wants to hear my story about what's been happening with friend of the court, CPS, and how I've been treated and injustice, and the fact that you're still allowing this behavior and you're giving custody to him. Am I allowed to speak about it, or are you putting a no speak order on me? Am I allowed to tell my story, or is this allowed to be aired?
She only wanted that court order to stifle her husband, but she thinks that the rules don't actually apply to her.
If you're not sure about following court orders, then you should consult an attorney, because yes, you violate court orders, people can be held in contempt. Ms. Sewell, do you understand the recommendation?
I do understand it. I understand what's wrote. I don't understand how we got here.
Okay, so you disagree with the recommendation?
Absolutely.
You interviewed your children, so your children are 16, 14, 13. This is not like a 6-year-old. So much more weight to be given on the thoughts and input of the children. I can guarantee you that, Ms. Sewell.
It's good to see a judge actually stick up for the kids. They're the real victims in this mess.
So maybe you should ask yourself these questions, because obviously this is what the children want.
So in case you haven't picked up in it, on the top right, we have Samantha Sewell, who is the mother, and on the bottom left, we have Aaron Atkinson, who is the father. And you just heard the judge say not only was it recommended that the children remain with the father, but then also that the 3 kids have chosen to be with the father. You'll also notice how distressed the mother's behavior is. Now, this is in contrast to the calm demeanor of the father.
My children have been failing educationally for years.
She says, quote unquote, my children as a form of emotional manipulation, hence the crocodile tears.
And he's the one in charge of getting them to school, taking them to school. He's been charged with truancy charges. My son has dropped out of school. My children are depressed, suicidal, on medication, and all absence of their mother. But yes, continue the same path for them. I feel so bad for my kids, but I feel so bad for my kids' future that they have to live like this.
If that's true, the kids still want to live with their dad. That makes her the problem in this case.
Again, crazy. Accusing your children of such deprived acts without actual evidence to bring to the court is the reason, the direct reason why they do not like you anymore. She's fluent in emotional yapology, and her ability to cry without tears needs to be applauded. Ending off with the congratulations, you win. It's so performative and demonstrates that they view serious ordeals as a game. But notice throughout all of this how many words that the father has said. Once they start yapping, you be quiet and let them dig their own grave.
It's good he's been silent. He knows to let his lawyer do the talking for him, I would say.
So I'm asking you to lift that ban on me being able to speak and me being able to speak about my story.
Your request is denied.
Oh, that request is denied is music to my ears. By the way, if this was a man that was screaming at the judge like this, he would have already been in jail. Treating the judge like your personal therapist in this type of situation demonstrates her lunacy.
Okay, I will take my chances.
She's just frustrated because she's not going to get internet attention for her fake story, that's all. Make sure you click on one of the videos on screen now to watch more if you liked today's video. Don't forget to take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.